Hi and welcome to my channel, Hopewell Stories. Today's video is how millionaire real estate agent fell in love with humble black hairdresser and was shocked when, once upon a time in the busy city of New York, there lived a very rich real estate agent named Mr. Ethan Chase. He was tall, handsome, and wore expensive suits every day. He sold big houses to rich people and made millions of dollars each year. Ethan had everything money could buy: fast cars, a fancy apartment, and even his own helicopter. But even with all that, he was lonely. He didn't have many friends, and none of the women he dated seemed to care about him for who he really was. One rainy afternoon, Ethan's driver dropped him off near a small hair salon called Lena's Curls. The sign outside was simple, and the shop looked tiny compared to the big buildings around it. Ethan had just moved into a new mansion and needed a haircut before an important meeting. He stepped inside, shaking rain from his coat. A soft bell rang as he entered. Behind the counter stood a young woman with curly black hair pulled into a ponytail. She smiled warmly. "Welcome, you must be freezing," she said. "I'm Lena." Ethan looked around. The place smelled like shampoo and lavender. There were only 2 chairs and a few photos on the wall showing different hairstyles. "I need a quick trim," he said. "No problem," Lena replied. "Take a seat." As she worked, they talked. Lena asked him about his job, and Ethan told her he sold houses. She nodded and said, "Oh, cool. I've never owned a house. I live in a small apartment above this shop." Ethan raised an eyebrow. "You don't own your own home?" She laughed. "Not yet. Maybe one day." He couldn't believe how happy she seemed without any money. She wasn't flashy or loud like the women he usually met. She was kind, funny, and had a smile that lit up the whole room. When she finished his haircut, Ethan looked in the mirror. "This is the best cut I've ever had," he said. Lena smiled. "Glad you like it." Ethan paid her and walked out feeling lighter than he had in years. From that day on, Ethan came back every week for a haircut. Sometimes he would just stop by to say hello or bring her lunch. They talked about everything: books, music, life, and dreams. Lena told him she wanted to open her own beauty school someday so she could teach kids from poor families how to become hairdressers. "That's amazing," Ethan said. "I'll help you with that." "You don't have to," she said. "But I want to," he replied. Over time, Ethan realized he was falling in love with Lena, not because she was rich or famous, but because she saw him for who he really was, not just a millionaire, but a man who wanted to be loved. One day, after months of friendship, Ethan invited Lena to dinner at a fancy restaurant. "Wow," she said, looking at the chandeliers and white tablecloths. "This is way fancier than my usual pizza spot." Ethan smiled. "Tonight's special." They talked and laughed all night. When the waiter brought dessert, Ethan reached into his pocket and pulled out a small box. Lena's eyes widened. "Wait, is that what I think it is?" Ethan opened the box to reveal a beautiful silver ring with a small diamond. "Lena," he said, nervously, "you changed my life. You showed me what love really means. Will you marry me?" There was silence. Then Lena did something Ethan didn't expect. She burst into tears, but not tears of joy. She shook her head. "Ethan, I can't." His heart sank. "Why not? Do you not love me?" "I do love you," she said quickly. "But I can't accept this." Ethan looked confused. "Why?" Lena took a deep breath. "Because I used to work for your company." "What?" Ethan asked. She wiped her tears. "Before I became a hairdresser, I worked as a receptionist at your real estate office. One day, I overheard you talking to someone about how poor people are lazy and don't deserve nice things." Ethan looked stunned. I don't remember saying that." "Well, I do," Lena said. "And I couldn't stand it. That's why I quit and started over. I didn't want to work for someone who thought like that." Ethan sat quietly, trying to process what she had just said. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "If I said that, then I was wrong. I was different back then. I thought money made you better than others. But being around you changed me." Lena looked into his eyes. "Do you really mean that?" "Yes," he said. "I know now that success isn't about how much money you have. It's about how much love you give. Lena smiled through her tears. Then maybe we can try again. Ethan put the ring on the table between them. Only if you promise to keep teaching me how to be a better person. She laughed. Months later, Lena and Ethan got married in a small ceremony outside the same little salon where they met. Her friends, family, and even some of Ethan's old clients came to celebrate. After their wedding, Ethan helped Lena open her dream beauty school. It offered free classes to kids who couldn't afford to pay. People began calling them the Dream Team, the Millionaire and the Hairdresser, who changed each other's lives. And every week, even after they were married, Ethan still went to Lena's shop for a haircut. "Still the best cut I've ever had," he always said. And Lena would laugh and reply, "Just wait until next week." As the months passed, Lena's beauty school became very popular. Many young people came to learn how to cut hair, style curls, and do makeup. Some of them had never held a hairbrush before, but with Lena's help, they began to shine. Ethan visited the school often. He didn't wear fancy suits anymore. He wore jeans and a simple shirt, just like everyone else. He helped paint walls, clean floors, and even taught a class on how to talk to customers. "I used to think my job was just about selling houses," he told a group of students one day. "But now I know it's about helping people find homes, places where they feel safe and loved." The students clapped, and Lena smiled proudly from the back of the room. One evening, after a long day at the school, Lena sat outside with Ethan under a tree. The sky was full of stars, and the city lights twinkled behind them. "Do you ever miss being just a hairdresser?" Ethan asked. Lena thought for a moment. "I love teaching, but sometimes I miss cutting hair every day. It felt personal, you know, like I could make someone feel better just by giving them a new look." Ethan nodded. "Then why don't we open a small salon inside the school?" Lena's eyes lit up. "That's a great idea. Students can practice on real customers." And that's exactly what they did. Soon Lena and Chase Salon opened its doors. It was attached to the beauty school, and anyone could come in for a haircut or style. The best part? Prices were low so everyone could afford them. One day, a shy girl named Maya walked into the salon. She looked nervous and stood near the door. Lena walked over. "Hi there, can I help you?" Maya nodded. "I want a haircut, but I don't have much money."
That's okay,
Lena said kindly. "We can work something out." Maya ended up getting her first ever haircut from one of the students, with Lena guiding her gently. When Maya saw her new look in the mirror, she smiled brightly. "I feel like a new person," she said. Lena hugged her. "That's what good hair does." Word spread quickly about the kind salon and school. People came from all over the city to learn and get their hair done. Even famous TV shows wanted to interview Ethan and Lena. During one interview, a reporter asked, "How did you two fall in love?" Ethan looked at Lena and smiled. "She gave me the best haircut of my life, and also changed my heart." The reporter laughed, and Lena blushed. Later, when the cameras were off, the reporter said, "You two are inspiring people. You've shown that love can come from the most unexpected places." Lena squeezed Ethan's hand. "It really can." Back at home that night, Ethan and Lena sat together on their couch. "I'm glad I got caught in the rain that day," Ethan said. "Me too," Lena replied. "Otherwise you might still be a lonely millionaire." They both laughed. Ethan leaned closer. "But now I'm the happiest man in the world, and I'm the luckiest hairdresser ever," Lena said, kissing his cheek. Outside, the city lights sparkled like stars, and somewhere far away, a young girl named Maya practiced braiding her little sister's hair, dreaming of one day going to beauty school. And in a cozy apartment above a small shop, a new dream had already come true. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye.